One of those two.
DNVR Rapids coming to you on a special World Cup edition, live from downtown Denver on the corner of Colfax and York, right above the DNVR bar from the Toyota Lounge. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places. And we are still awaiting the final team for the USMNT's Group D. These are all coming through. So far, things could not have gone better as the USMNT has gotten Australia and Paraguay in its group. The goal is to avoid the final European playoff teams. But you avoided Italy, so that's a start.
It's rigged.
Streets are saying, Yaya. Streets are saying.
Rigged.
I'm joined by the legend, Yaya Vasquez. Not Yaya Touré. They had to introduce Yaya Touré on the broadcast.
Yeah, they were going to get confused with me.
They were starting to say, like, oh, I've got Yaya here. And then he caught himself and was like, no, the legend, Yaya Touré. So we of course,
wasn't Yaya Vasquez,
know how to introduce Yaya Vasquez.
I'm Yaya Vave.
Downtown Dwayne Brown. And we have our finer team, and it's the winner of Playoff Pot C. Playoff Pot C, my friends. Let me see who that is. So that would be the winner of Turkey against Romania, who will then square off against the winner of Slovakia versus Kosovo.
How?
Look, Slovakia, Turkey could be tougher teams, but I would say this went incredibly well for the U.S. Helps when you're a host nation and you get to be put in Pot A and avoid all the blue bloods. But this has gone swimmingly. You hear very disappointed right now.
How could this be like more obvious?
I mean, everyone's gotten a good group so far, all the host countries.
You don't get Paraguay and Australia, though. You don't get to face South Korea.
But even in those groups, like Pool 2, you just needed to avoid Croatia. Croatia lasted till the very end.
Yep.
Pool 3, you just needed to avoid Norway, and you avoided them. Pool 4, you wanted to avoid the European playoff teams. You got a European playoff team.
I don't know, man. I'm not here to be like a whiny little person about this because it's just
sounds a little bit like it's a whiny.
But I like to be angry at the U.S. right now, and I think it's fun. I think it's good. I think it's corruption in FIFA and in these events. It's always so fun to bring up because it's common knowledge, you know. But either way, it's at the end of the day, you're right. Every North American host got a really good draw. Even Canada getting Qatar and Switzerland in a playoff group too. It's a European playoff.
Canada gets potentially Italy on top of Switzerland. Who's become a tough out.
I keep saying the same thing. Easier group. If it's Italy, it's still pretty.
I mean, it probably won't be with how things have gone for Italy in these playoff eliminations, but
that's what I mean. It's
even
like,
then, Northern Ireland, Wales, Bosnia-Herzegovina, like Dzeko, does that scare you?
Not really.
Yeah, it's not 2008 anymore. It's not Manchester City Dzeko.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they got every North American group.
Yeah, it worked out really well. I, for a second, thought Group J was going to end up being Argentina and Croatia, a rematch of the final in group play, which would have been crazy. Instead, England got Croatia. Wah, wah, wah.
Is that the group of death that's going around?
Sorry?
Is that the group of death?
It they're like, might be, yes.
With such a diluted, like...
The group of death isn't as deathy.
Yeah.
It's less deathy.
100%.
It's less deathy. They just got Ghana in that group, in addition to Panama.
Yeah, and I think Panama's a frisky out every time. Like they're not world beaters, but they are frisky. Same thing with Ghana. Ghana not world beaters, but it's always a squad that historically has a lot of talent and they perform really well at World Cups. I think that has to be the group of death, even if it's a weaker group of death compared to other years or other tournaments.
The other suggested group of death could be Group I, that gets France, Senegal, Norway, and Pool B winner of the European playoff. That is Ukraine against Sweden.
Okay.
Not bad. Poland against Albania. And again, Sweden, Ukraine, and Poland, I all think are like, those are real squads.
Yeah, of course.
So Group I and Group L definitely looking like toughies right now.
Yeah, and like it's not like Group H where you got like no disrespect to like Cabo Verde, like great story, but like how far are they really gonna go in a group against Spain and Uruguay? You know, like that's a pretty easy group. You kind of can already pick the two winners there, right?
Yes.
Like, so it's at the end of the day, it's just such a diluted field because you've added so many teams.
Yeah.
That it's like every group's gonna have such a heavy top and a very like light bottom.
Oh yeah.
Just like, just like me.
Yeah. It's the way I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel like he's baiting me right now. I am fighting temptation, wrestling temptation to knock
That's
out.
the best I could do.
OTT.
That was the best shot I had, everybody.
Okay, I'm screenshotting this group. It won't let me screenshot. I think we can recap now because it's all in the mix, boys.
Looks like it.
Well, no, it's okay.
Do we have a couple of people still left?
Group A. No, we have everyone assigned.
Okay.
You have Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and the winner of the playoffs, Group C, which we talked about. I think Turkey, Slovakia are the best teams there, both hosting home playoffs. Tough group. Not the toughest. I'd say if you had to give it a letter grade, maybe B as far as toughness. It's not an A plus.
I don't know, man. No. I think the U.S. have to be heavy favorites, right? Like,
are you talking about Group A?
Group A, Mexico.
Group A. Oh, I thought you were talking about Group D.
For toughness, you give it a B?
Yeah,
I give it like a C plus.
Korea Republic is.
It's not that far off a B, buddy.
Korea Republic is a pretty good team.
Far away.
I don't know. Korea Republic usually is a tough.
I know. And you get MLS superstar Son. In the mix. No, South Korea has really come along lately and become with Japan, they are the top Asian team. So I think for El Tri and Mexico definitely got the toughest groups of the North American hosts.
Yeah, I think so. And South Africa is not a great team, but Mexico's known to play down to the competition a little bit. They almost would have been better off getting a tougher the group of death, if I'm honest. But I do like this group for Mexico. I think they have a lot of advantages against South Africa and the other whatever European club that ends up in this group.
Yes,
for
sir.
the one reason of speed. Mexico is known for their speed. It's known for their counterattack, and I think they can take advantage against the lower teams. Korea Republic is another story altogether. They're a team that has that exact same speed. So I think Mexico and Korea have to be the two favored to like advance in this group, but it's always so up in the air. And Mexico has always qualified for the round of 16. It actually never hasn't, except for last World Cup, I believe.
We gotta see who comes out of that European playoff.
I think even with
That's
the European
concern with Mexico.
I think even with the European playoff, they're in a good spot to advance. And that's
There you go.
I think Italy, not Italy, my bad. Got the wrong one here. I think Ireland, Czechia, Denmark, and North Macedonia are not squads to laugh at. But I also think Mexico are better squads than them. If you actually are looking at what they've done in the past and what they've actually done this year so far, they should be in better position to advance.
Yeah, I think could have gone better, could have gone significantly worse.
100%. We could have gotten Croatia.
Group B's the very interesting one. Canada, winner of Playoff A, which could be Italy, Qatar, and Switzerland. So, I mean, that's tough for all involved. I feel bad for Qatar, who's not going to be in a good spot there. Switzerland.
I do not feel bad for Qatar.
Definitely, but you know, I mean, there are people too, not all corrupt World Cup officials from the last one, which was fun. That was a fun one.
So fun.
Yeah. Here, I would say the two European squads, heavy favorites to come out of this. I'm assuming it won't be Italy who wins this group. But even then, Northern Ireland, Wales, Bosnia, and then you have a home team. So those crowds for Canada will be lit.
Yeah.
So Group B, yeah, maybe you're right. Group A was more of a C+. This is more of a B.
Yeah.
And depending on who comes out of that playoff, could be B+.
Yeah.
In toughness.
If you're Canada, which team do you want to face? Which team do you want to come out of that playoff?
If you are Canada, probably Bosnia.
I was thinking Wales. I think they have that advantage against Wales. Wales
yeah.
is kind of more of a muddy
see
team.
That. Yep.
And Canada loves to run. They're kind of in that same mold of the U.S. and Mexico that they love the wings. And I could kind of see them kind of favoring Wales. Just the style of play would favor them in that kind of matchup.
These are all teams who could put on a defensive masterclass.
And that's the issue.
Like, we might see 4 goals total in this entire run of group play with Canada, Switzerland, Italy, or Northern Ireland. Like, that might be a grind right there.
Bombi, though. Bombi, we got to give it up to our dude over there. Like, Bombi. Bombi can hold his own back there. Like,
dude, big World Cup for Bombi means bazillions for the Rapids.
And that's the thing that I think I haven't thought about enough. That if Bombi has a big World Cup, he could fetch 20, 25 maybe.
Yes.
And then you get like whatever, like 10% or whatever you have on it. Could be another 8 million attached to whatever you sold him to. Sounds pretty nice if I'm the Rapids.
Bad. If you're watching for specifically World Cup draw stuff and not Rapids and you don't know who Bombi is, that's Moise Bombito. Superstar young defender for Canada, former Rapids draft pick. We'll get our thoughts on all the other groups here. On the other side, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, starting with our good friends at Toyota. Seeing the Toyota chat starting to get some regulars in there. What up, guys? Of course, our studio sponsor, all-time great partner Toyota is an all-time great car. Perfect car, as I always say, to get lost in our mountains. SUVs, trucks, they're part of Toyota's DNA. 4-wheel, all-wheel drive, they've got you covered. I love me a good like Corolla. A good Toyota sedan, you know, can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. They don't want me to push that because they don't need it. That sells itself.
I know. That
but
is
I'm bringing
a
it up.
car, though.
I mean, it sure is.
Toyota Corolla with a trunk full of hats.
Come on now.
That's Dre.
Little RAV4 action.
Real.
You might see our DNVR branded Toyota running around town at one of our tailgates. Toyota's got it all. If you are in the market for a new vehicle, I urge you to visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. That's right. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR and a proud partner of the Colorado Rapids. God bless them for that. Toyota, man. The GOATs. And speaking of GOATs, it's Taco Bell time. Taco Bell, what a fun partnership that's been. It's Taco Tuesday every day in this office, but especially on Tuesdays. All the fixins, like anything Taco Bell offers, especially if it's got their seasoned ground beef, I'm all in. all in. In fact, just doing this read, I might have to stop and get some Taco Bell on my drive home. They're innovating their menu left and right. They're serving up steak, roasted poblano, rolled quesadillas. They're
nacho
up in their
fries,
game.
baby.
The nacho fries
are back.
were killing it. We got some crunch wraps last batch.
Man,
those were
are so good.
outstanding. I mean, come on, man. It's Taco Bell. You guys know the deal. And as the college football season winds down, they had buff boxes. I think you've missed your boat, but they still have all the best cantina chicken, you name it. Check out their new offerings. Check out their old classics. Do your thing, man. It's Taco Bell. Just get in and get ready for some T-Bell. Live Mas at Taco Bell. Okay. Group C. We continue our group reactions off the dome. You have Brazil.
Yep.
Which I resented them a little bit, mentioning the only country to never miss a World Cup. Fun story, the 1950 World Cup is hosted in Brazil. All of Europe is war-torn, and most federations couldn't even afford to send their teams over to Brazil. And Brazil makes it to the final against Uruguay, and they lose so badly to Uruguay, there was like...
El Maracanazo.
Yeah, it was down bad. Everyone was down bad. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to bring, you want to talk about that? I'm going to bring up 1950, okay? Just saying. So, anyways,
Dre with a deep cut.
As a team that has
World
lost it
Cup
before.
deep cuts.
know your World Cup history, kids. That's all I'm going to say.
You know how
right
I learned
there.
about that when I was like 14, I think?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I learned about it, but it was because of Brazil was hosting the World Cup.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, we hope we don't have another one of these after Germany beat them 7-0.
Well, that was also a tragic event. You have Morocco in this one. Morocco's really kind of up their game these last 10 to 15 years.
That's going to be a fun game to watch.
Big time.
Hakimi against Vinicius Jr. on that wing. You got all these guys that are like in Manchester United right now. Like, it's gonna be a fun game. That has to be one of the marquee group games.
I'm with you 100%. Then you have Haiti and Scotland, man. Scotty McTominay, Scotland, frisky. So I think Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, that's going to be a tight 3-team race for the top of Group C.
No Haiti?
Haiti, I'm counting out. Haiti, I don't think is going to be super duper competitive.
Haiti is the team of, this is a 48 team now World Cup.
Indeed.
And that's
Yeah.
one of those teams that's like, it's cool that you made it. I hope that you enjoy your couple of games.
100%.
You want to root for them, but it's not going to go well.
I don't want him to get
I
out of the
agree
group.
completely.
I just want him to beat somebody.
It's going to be a different Brazil, man. They, less star power than before, but with a coaching change and Carlo Ancelotti coming over, he's got some of the Madrid boys like Rodrigo playing well. I think this is going to be a stable team. I think they're going to feel like a European team. It's not the Brazils of yesteryear where you joga bonito and you get to see like the beautiful game, but this will be a team that's a tough out.
And that's why I want him to lose 7-0 again. I think Carlo Ancelotti being the coach of this team actually makes them less fun and cool because they have a lot of players 100%. I like. They have I like Vinicius. I like Enrique. I like all these Madrid boys, even if I'm a Barca fan. And it's going to suck not having those guys play their style that they grew up on. That joga bonito, what Brazil is known for, the beautiful game. And not being able to see that at a World Cup, it's not going to feel right. This is my whole take of European coaches should not be allowed to coach out of Europe. It should be... Everybody has to get their own national head coach, has to be from their nationality.
I kind of would love that.
Just to keep it style versus style clash, which is the beauty of the World Cup. You see all these different styles from different countries come up and play against each other, and then you kind of lose it when you just have Carlo Ancelotti, this Italian, come to Brazil and and you're making them into just a European squad.
I mean, similar themes to what we're saying about the U.S., right? The U.S. has lost its identity and that blah, blah, blah. How are we feeling about El Tri, by the way?
I think they've done a lot better. They've actually they're not the wagon I wish they were by this time, but they're also not crumbling at their feet like they were. They've put on some good performances against teams like Japan and South Korea and Uruguay. They're competitive once again, which is what you wanted. I think winning the Nations League has given them a lot of confidence going into these friendlies leading up to the World Cup and into the World Cup. And I think they finally found their groove and they find their identity because they have such a defensive team. All their star power is mainly defensive. And I think they finally kind of got to the point where they embrace that and they're not trying to be a European team. They're trying to play their brand of football, what Mexicans are known for, and it's counterattacking and just running up the wings. And I think it's worked out for them pretty well.
Use that speed. Group D, we get to the U.S. And Dwayne, since we last talked USMNT, I think feeling a lot better about the USMNT since I last crashed out about Pulisic getting injured because they played him in a friendly.
I think so. I mean, ironically, we don't know what the first team looks like too much. But the backup team and what Poch is doing with, the MLSers that U.S. men's national team fans hate so much, has looked really great, which is, I think, that was the biggest question mark, right? Is finding the identity, feeling out what, Poch is going to do. Is he going to be able to figure this team out? Is he going to be able to make adjustments? And I think we saw versus Paraguay and Uruguay, just especially the Uruguay game, just an absolute beatdown. You have to feel a lot better than we were over the summer. Now it gets down to what is this team? If he can do this with what I would say is the B team, what can he do with the A team, right?
Yep.
And I think that's where the hope for the U.S., lies. I think the United States got a very lucky draw.
Great draw.
Lucky, if you want to say
Lady
quotation
Luck
marks.
doing some great work for us.
A very peaceful draw, if you want to say.
Oh, yeah.
Little trade for a trophy for a little draw, perhaps. But, the United States facing off against Paraguay and Australia, and then the winner of Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo.
Yeah. Paraguay, as you mentioned, already faced off against them on November 15th. Beat them 2-1 with a late red card from Paraguay, but pretty convincing there with the second team. Everyone was glazing Rodon after that game. Yaya and I's favorite player.
Which one? I hate both of them.
Australia, that'll be a junk it up match for sure. That can be a scary opponent, but an opponent you should be beating.
You absolutely should be beating
Paraguay,
Australia.
you definitely feel like a superior team to. Andre, sidebar story. Inter had Paraguay's captain, and I was crushing on his daughter, and we were friends, and maybe after senior year, a little something happened. Sparks flew. So there you go. That's
Ray
a
is
fun story.
officially Paraguayan.
Little Andre.
Sparks flew, yes.
Little football love.
I got it done.
Playing a little footsie.
That's
under the
exactly
table.
right.
That's more Romeo and Juliet, man. Captain of the rival team.
Well, he barely played at Inter, but he was the captain of the national team, the Paraguayan national team, which don't Google who that is. Don't Google his kids. Mind your own fucking business.
DM his daughter right now.
Fun
guys.
little side
Everybody
story.
in the chat.
Bang, bang. Yes, we
This
have
is
not
the
stayed in
Netflix
contact.
story that they're asking for in the chat. The forbidden love. Andre shows up in a Toyota Corolla eating Taco Bell with his oversized Italy jacket on.
If she saw me now, obviously. The wild card
Hallmark
here.
love story we needed for the holidays.
The wild card here is this playoff team C, the winner of Turkey against Romania playing Slovakia against Kosovo. Turkey, man, that's a team with some real talent.
That's one that...
That's the scary one of that group.
Çalhanoğlu, another inter-rat. So, you know, I mean, there's some dangers there. They've got...
I can't believe you're just calling your ex-father-in-law a rat like that.
I never got that far. And Çalhanoğlu played for the same team as he did, but they are not connected in the slightest. They've got the youngster at Real, whose name is...
Arda Güler.
Yep. I mean, Turkey's got some real talent. So you're kind of rooting for Romania, and Slovakia's got some guys as well.
But you're still more talented than every team in that
I don't think
group.
you're more talented than Turkey, man.
I think you are. I think you have more guys that are in form in general across the top 5 leagues in Europe than Turkey does. Arda Güler is not getting a lot of minutes in Madrid.
But he's still good.
He is good, but form beats talent. Like, you can be the most talented, but if you're not in form, it doesn't matter.
They have Kenan Yildiz, the number 10 for Juve too. That like there's my Twitter feed has like Arsenal or Real fans, Barca fans wanting him every other day. They've got talent, and they were in the same group as Spain, which is why they weren't able to make it. Worth mentioning, Turkey, the U.S. faced off in a friendly not too long ago, June 7th this summer, and Turkey did win with a Güler goal.
Again, I'm not saying... It's also how many of the top brass for the USMNT were playing that game.
I mean, Jack McGlynn scored a goal, so obviously the tippy top.
This is what I mean.
Patrick Agiman and Diego Luna were up top with
Tanner Tessman,
Tillman, De La Torre, Cardoso.
So where was Landon Donovan and all this?
There was no Landon Donovan.
But this is what I mean. I think the U.S. is just more talented, and this is my take out of this group.
I think that's an even Steven.
It could be and it's close. But my whole take of this group is now U.S. have all the pressure on them. They have the main World Cup host. You have the easiest draw of the World Cup host. Now you got to go out there and perform, and you got to make it look nice too, because you are playing 2 teams that are way less talented than you and one that's just as talented. So now you got all pressure on you. Now you got to go out there and not just win, but win pretty. Because if not, heads are going to start rolling, and there's going to be a lot of uproar from the media and the fans because it's not going to look nice.
They can't wait. Yeah, it's all part of this new phase of the USMNT, where you can't just be the grinded out underdog. Expectations are high. You need to generate a certain playing style, and you're going to be favored against maybe all the teams in your group, or 2 of the 3, and then even money with the 4th.
The summertime attitude from U.S., from the Stars, cannot happen with this easy group. That mentality of, because you see it in soccer and other sports, we're better than these teams, so we're going to take a lackadaisical sort of attitude towards it and come in and expect to cruise through it. And that's when you get, that's a trap game, right? It becomes a trap. And like you said, the fans will lose their minds if the United States blows Group D.
Probably for the first time in their history, this is you have to get out of the group stage is beyond mandatory.
It's not even just get out, in my opinion. It's like you have to win the group. You have to come out on top.
I think that's
a good point.
And I think that's even added pressure. And I think this team is ready for it. I think Poch is the right guy to handle that kind of pressure. Now, can he bring the team with him and deal with everything that's going to come with being the host country, being a favorite in a group, and actually making some noise in a way that's, how I said, very pretty and very good to watch, and the Americans can pop out their chest and say, look what we have on our team.
Yeah.
Way too early guess. Who do you guys think comes out of this group, 1 and 2?
I think Turkey wins the playoff, and I think it's Turkey 1, US 2.
What's the other team, Czech?
Slovakia and Kosovo, Romania.
I think actually Slovakia wins the group. Gets in. I think Slovakia, and I think it's US 1 and Slovakia 2.
I think it's US 1 and Turkey 2.
Okay. And again, that we until
Way
we know
too early.
Yeah, we don't even know who
Way too
that
early
fourth spot is
predictions.
yet.
Well, and the fun thing is you're now incentivized to follow this playoff a little more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that is big. Like Turkey not coming out of there would be huge. Slovakia's got some talent, especially defensively. Milan Skriniar, Henko, who's at what's his name? Atleti. You've got some talent on that Slovakian team for sure.
FIFA's about to reward Kosovo with 4 penalties every game just so they can make it to the World Cup.
Group E, maybe the easiest group of all for a top-seeded team because Germany gets Curacao, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. I think that's a really nice little group for
Germany's.
Deutschland.
This is the same case as the U.S. group. If they don't come out, if they disappoint like they have the last couple World Cups, it's gonna be disastrous in Germany because it should be a really easy win the group, get out, get yourself like you should be winning these games 3-0, 4-0. Anything below that, it's kind of a disgrace for Germany.
Completely agree. We move on to Group F, where we have Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and the winner of the playoff B, which includes Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, Albania. So a tough playoff. 3 of those 4 teams scare me. Netherlands and Japan, already pretty good teams. Tunisia is not going to be a rollover team either. So this one, maybe not group of death status,
but evenly matched.
I think the most evenly matched. Exactly.
The group of poison. Like you're not dead, but
the group where you hope you don't have to face the second of this group if you end up first.
And I think it's one of the few groups that you have actually a top heavy kind of group.
Group G, maybe my upset pick group because you have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. I think Egypt comes out of this one. Belgium, I think, are cooked.
Who do you have coming out?
Egypt 1, Belgium 2. But I think Iran could be frisky, and New Zealand's going to be like, I don't think they come out of the group, but they'll be frisky every game.
But I don't think that's really an upset. I think I think those are the 2 top groups and the 2 top teams in the group.
Oh, for sure. I just think Egypt to me is my favorite. Belgium was the Pool A team.
I think, again, clash of play, there's very few teams in the world that still have very different styles of play compared to everybody else. Egypt is one of those. And I think going up against a team like Belgium, it could cause a lot of problems because they're really well defended in the defense where they can just kind of bunker down and then they still have Mo Salah, and Mo Salah still runs 100 miles per hour, and that's where Belgium they kind of have mud, their feet stuck in the mud a lot of times defensively, and I think that's where they're kind of can get off guard in that kind of game.
Belgium will be an interesting one because the golden generation never got their results, and now they're all older. Maybe now that expectations are the lowest they've been for a decade, they surprise you a little bit.
Yeah, maybe they just play soccer now.
Group H, which Rio Ferdinand was calling... he was doing some weird British thing. I've forgotten now. It was like Group H. Group H. You have Spain,
I don't know what that
Cape
was.
Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay.
I thought we were going to get some Dre English there.
Honestly,
Some proper English.
works out really nice for Spain and Uruguay.
Yeah, Saudi, frisky team, but just frisky. They always take it to the brink, but they never actually like capitalize in their
Saudi
opportunities.
was kind of a vibe early in that last one. Last World Cup. We keep it moving. Group I. One of the candidates for Group of Death, we mentioned this already, France, Senegal, Norway, and the winner of Playoff B. No. Winner Playoff 2, which must be another region.
It's a 3-team.
Yeah.
3-team playoff.
Do you have the teams?
Mm-hmm. You talking about Group I, yeah? With France?
Yep.
Iraq, Bolivia, and Suriname.
Okay. I mean, I think this is really a 3-horse race. I think Norway are super frisky.
Yeah.
Super frisky.
First ever World Cup for Holland and Odegaard?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. First World Cup for Norway in like 20 years.
You think they all dye their hair blonde?
I mean, they might already have blonde hair.
Your candidate for blonde.
It's more likely will they all come out with like mohawks and like 2-foot beards.
Blondest team of the tournament award goes to Norway from Yaya. Group J, Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan.
Man, I'm getting my head a little bit ahead, but Group J and Group K, man. Well, Ronaldo and Messi, easy draws. It's almost like the U.S. wants them to go ahead in the group. Like,
yes.
it's insane. Yes. Like, they have no competition in that group. Either one.
Oh, yep. Nope, you're right. Yeah, I think that's the storyline. Expect deep runs from Messi's Argentina because they are lined up nicely. And Portugal, same thing. Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, and the winner of playoff 1. Do you have those teams, Dwayner?
Congo, Jamaica, and New Caledonia. Not to be confused with the old one.
Dude.
This is the New Caledonia.
So, I mean, we're rooting for Jamaica to get another CONCACAF team. Volar would want that. And what Volar wants is what we want. Volar, of course, the mascot eagle protector for CONCACAF. I don't know. Go back and watch that episode where we broke down Volar. That was a great one. And we close it out. Group L. L is for losers, and rightfully so. England is in there. Fits their brand perfectly. England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama.
I still think that's the group of death.
It's the group of death.
It's hands down. England's going to choke it because it's in America. They've never won anything in America.
Right? Right. Sure.
Second of all, Croatia's really good.
Shout out 1976. You guys know. You guys get it?
I hope they play in Boston. I think it'd be hilarious. But they have Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. Ghana and Panama are not these world beaters. They're not these teams that like everybody around the world knows. But they're so frisky. Panama went up in Nations League and beat the U.S. with their A squad. Ghana is also a team that goes up against Morocco and Egypt and puts good matches in every AFCON there is. Like, these are good teams. They're not teams to sniff, to just kind of like throw away. And you know what you get from Croatia and England. They're world beaters. They're World Cup winners. They've been in the finals multiple times. You're going to get this death. I wouldn't be surprised if either Croatia and England are battling in the last game, trying to get in with one of these other teams. I think it's going to be very reminiscent of that Japan group a few World Cups ago, where it's like last minute goal is going to decide the whole thing, who goes through.
Right. It's a Group L, much like Group I. You do not want to play, if you finish first in your group, the second from those groups.
Yeah.
That's all the groups, guys.
Who do you have winning it all now?
Doing this retrospectively, do we feel better about Mexico's group, the U.S.'s group?
I'll never feel better about Mexico's group because it just gives me I'm a nervous wreck with that.
Hell yeah.
But I would rather be in Mexico's spot than the U.S.'s spot, because if Mexico scrapes by, it won't be a national uproar. But the U.S. has it so much easier that they're going to make it out of the group no matter what. I don't think Mexico has the expectations the U.S. does, and I think that lets them play a little bit freer. And I think the U.S. has so many expectations that they have to dominate no matter what. Like, they just have to.
The added pressure of Mexico lately, there was some chatter of like the players not being too happy with being booed and the fans playing in Mexico. Was it Vela who had the tough comment of this might be why they have us play in the U.S. so often, because the fans were so brutal on the team?
They should be brutal. Like,
you wonder how does that impact it in a home World Cup if it's all the hostilities are already.
But they're only going to get 3 games because if they make it out of the group, they're going to just move on right into the U.S. And the U.S. is just another home ground for them at the end of the day. But it's like very different fan bases. So I think the group is going to be a little bit difficult. But you only need a draw and a win, or 2 draws and a win to get out of a group for the most part. I think you can win against South Africa. I think you can draw against South Korea, and I think you could definitely draw with whatever other team gets out of that group. And I think if you do that and just get out of the group, fans are going to be happier than if you don't dominate as the U.S. because of how easy that group is.
For sure.
I think the U.S. is primed to dominate. I think they should dominate. I think they will. But there's always that thing in the back of your head that if they don't, it's just going to be like you're going to have Tim Howard and Landon Donovan talking about how this team isn't ready, the lights are too bright, and it's just going to become such an uproar like it's been the last couple of years of when they lost to Panama, the main guy's not showing up. They don't want to be here. Poch talking shit to Pulisic and all this going on in the background. You got Gio Reyna and all his scandals. And it's like, it's just going to bring all that resentment back.
They have pathway, the playoff team that comes out of playoff Ds in Europe. That's Denmark, North Macedonia, Czechia, which is the artist formerly known as the Czech Republic, against Republic of Ireland. Do you have the team you least want to see in that? Is it Denmark?
It has to be Denmark. Yeah. But even then, I think they can draw against Denmark. And how I said, you just need a win and 2 draws to get out of a group for the most part.
Right. And it's not Schmeichel's daddy's Denmark from
it's
back in the day with the Laudrup brothers. Do you feel any different about the U.S. now that we've gone through all the groups, Dwayner?
As far as Group D?
Yeah.
No, I think they still get out of the group. It's just such an easy group draw. You know, I mean, that's the danger is just saying that. You feel like you're cursing, you know, by being a little confident after the last 6 to 9 months of everyone wanting to just burn the whole program to the ground.
The last month, though, has been positive.
The last month has been great. You know, it's looked good. Again, you want to see what Poach does with the first teamers after what he's done as of late with the guys still fighting to make the squad. If that's possible, I mean, obviously, there's no reason why we should not get out of the group.
I will say, if, you know, Turkey, especially Slovakia, come out of that playoff, that complicates things a little bit. But we'll get to pay attention to that. Those games happen on March 26th.
I think it's almost like a flip.
Not March. I do have USA's schedule for World Cup, those first games.
Lay it on us.
So the first game for USA in the World Cup will be against Paraguay on June 12th at SoFi Stadium out in California. The second game will be in Seattle on June 19th against Australia. And then that last game will go back to Inglewood, California against, I'm guessing, Turkey, but between Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo.
I think they have the opposite thing as Mexico, where it's like, if Mexico gets by with 2 draws and a win, people are happy. If the U.S. doesn't get 2 wins and a draw in this group, I think people are going to be a little upset. And I don't think you have to burn the program down, but I think perspective of that, it's going to be a little bit harmful to the players because they're going to feel like they're doing everything. It's a World Cup, but people don't look at it that way. And I am afraid of, we've seen this team the players be a little bit mentally weak at points.
Sure.
And I am afraid that if this happens to them in their own World Cup, even if they do get out of the group, if it will affect them long term.
Canada, I really think got a tough one, especially if Italy comes out of that. Qatar, Switzerland, potentially Italy or another European team from that playoff. That's going to be a tough group right there.
Have you guys seen when the opener is? Who it's against?
No.
2010 World Cup rematch, Mexico versus South Africa, June 11th.
How'd that go?
Azteca.
We'll be bringing our vuvuzelas to the bar.
If I'm lucky enough and I win the lottery, I'm gonna be with my vuvuzela at the Azteca.
I love that for us.
That stadium is awesome,
Dude.
I mean,
now it's
so
my turn to
cool.
like go a little bit off track.
Like,
I've told my wife that if I ever get to go to a Estadio Azteca, because I have it, I'm gonna climb to the tallest part of that stadium and jump off because I've reached my highest goal. I'm gonna it's gonna be my maracanazo, my personal there's nothing else for me to live for it once I reach that stadium.
wow.
well, after that,
What a bright note to end
so
on.
now that we
I
have
think Valaris flies down out of the sky
saves him.
and catches
And just
you.
I think that's right.
kicks me even faster down.
And he flies you up over and then lands you right in the middle of the field.
I want to go to Azteca so bad. I need to.
You were asking with these groups who we think wins it all. I feel better about Brazil, Germany, and Argentina, Portugal's chances after the draws. I feel worse about England, France, and Netherlands' chances after the draw.
What's your way too early prediction? Who wins the World Cup? You can change your mind on every show we have until then, but just for today.
I think Spain pulls it off.
Okay.
I'm
You going
with
Spain?
Dre. I just think that team is so loaded. I think it's one of the deepest squads we've ever seen in the history of international football.
Well, Spain and Germany have a nice edge. They're like the last teams remaining where they're the core of players are playing at one club.
And it's like the identity of the team.
Yep.
I think, and they're super deep too. And especially players like Cucurella and some of these guys like Eric Garcia that maybe are not starters or they don't play for Barcelona, but they've gone through the academy and they're playing the exact same style.
100%. Any final thoughts?
How about you, Dwayne? Wait, what's your prediction?
Based on nothing other than vibes, after the draw, Brazil. I think Brazil returns to the World Cup.
I would be disgusted if they went under.
I could see Brazil versus Spain in the final.
I could. Yeah. Are they in opposite brackets? They are, right?
They are.
Brazil has a few teams that really give it trouble. Brazil, if they get lucky and can avoid Argentina and Germany in the knockouts, I would feel good about.
I'm going to say if Mexico gets them in the knockouts, I think Mexico knocks them out. Brazil historically struggles.
Mexico is on the
bracket.
on that side.
So Mexico has historically given Brazil fits. I think that's the weakest Brazil team it's ever had. And I think Mexico can actually make some noise against them.
Shout out Gio dos Santos, the Mexican Ronaldinho. I remember those highlights videos from back in the day.
He literally did everything Ronaldinho did, even partying too much to even
It was a PSG wonder kid like Dino. All right, that was enough nonsense for today. Thank you for tuning in. Leave us a thumbs up on the way out. Thank you to Toyota. And we'll be back in a couple weeks. If not an emergency pod, if the Pids pick a coach. And we'll be following these European World Cup playoffs closely since there are various implications for all our teams, which is kind of fun. So there you go.
Fun.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
We all silly like the mayor.